Hi, and welcome to DocuPipe. I'm DocuPipe's CEO and co-founder, and in this video, we'll be learning the very basics of what DocuPipe can do for you and how to use it. So the basic premise of DocuPipe is that it lets you define what are the things you want to extract from documents and extract those things from documents in a repeatable fashion, in a way that always gets the answer right and always gets the answer in the same way, right? So if you want to extract dollar amounts, it will always have, let's say, a number and a currency symbol. Or if you want to extract dates, you can enforce a consistent pattern, regardless of the input documents, language, or layout, or anything like that. So to be very concrete in this demo, we're going to go over an example that I think we can all relate to, which is understanding rental leases. A rental lease is something super simple, right? It's a contract that says, you're going to live here, this is the address, here's the amount, here's the move-in and move-out date. Now, for some reason, in the state of New York, that takes up 53 pages. So, but potentially there's some stuff you want to understand from those 53 pages, like what's the pet policy, or what's the rental amount, or things you actually care about in between all the chatty legal language. So let's do that. I've selected my documents that I want to analyze. I'm giving it a dataset name. You don't have to, but I think it's nice to have things nice and tidy. So let's call it leases of May, right? Leases May, because it's May right now. So we hit submit, and the first thing DocuPipe does is it parses the document. And parsing isn't necessarily the thing you would care about the most. Some of our clients do. What parsing means is you take the document and extract all the tables and raw text that is visible inside the document. It's a first step in document understanding, but most often that's not the step you actually care about. The step you actually care about most often is what happens next. You want to take those 53 pages of raw text and get a standardized output where you have the things you care about, like renters or monthly amounts or stuff like that. So let's take a look at how we do that. The basic building block in DocuPipe is what we call a schema. And a schema is nothing more than you defining with words what are the things you're after. What do you want to understand from the documents? So let's quickly create a rental lease schema. And just define exactly what we want. So first thing I want to say is we don't have to define anything. We could literally just say extract everything, and our AI will do a often very good job at figuring out what makes sense, right? It has a ton of common sense. It will look at it and go, oh, it's a lease. Probably we care about the monthly amount. Probably we care about the move-in and move-out dates. So you have a powerful engine that can look at many documents, understand what is the pattern in those many documents, and extract what you want. But for this demo, we want to show you how you're able to steer our AI and tell us what you want, because often there's nuance. There's the things you care about, and our AI doesn't know your business needs or your ultimate goal. So for this exercise, let's actually define what we want to extract. So let's be super concrete. Let's say extract the signing date, the move-in and move-out date, extract the rental monthly amount, what else? Let's also, let's do something more vague. Let's say also extract the renter's information. And I'm being vague on purpose. I'm not saying what do I mean by that. Our AI will look over those documents and see what information is available and make that into a pattern and be like, oh, first name, last name, or any other, maybe social security number, whatever it is that appears in there. Okay, so that's all good. Let's hit next and finalize. Now, this process takes a little while. Our AI is going over all the documents in conjunction and tries to understand what sort of patterns emerge. So we'll have to wait for a bit. All right, and now we're done. So our schema took a while to process. We can check in a moment just how long it took. Again, these are two 53-page documents, 51 pages, so it takes a bit of a time. But let's look at our output. What is a schema? A schema is just a set of holes, right? It's a template. It's what we expect to extract from all future documents. So you can see the schema has properties like signing date, which is of type date, move-in date, move-out date, monthly amount, which is going to be a number, renters is going to be a list, and each renter will have a name and an address. Property will have an address. The landlord will have a name and an address. So basically, by creating a schema, we didn't just make an ad hoc, here's the answer for this document, here's a completely different answer to another document. We've generated a way in which we'll be understanding documents, and now we can understand each document individually, right? So the way we understand all these documents is called standardizations. When you apply a schema to a specific document, you're standardizing it. So that's our language. And if you want to take a look at what that looks like, so let's look at our New York rent agreement. The monthly amount is indeed a whopping $7,500. You can look at the property address and stuff like that. You can look at the other standardization that we have here. Oh, it's still processing the other one. Okay, so, and now it's done. So we have both our documents standardized. And let's take a look at the other standardization. So what do we have here? We have everything our schema expects to exist, right? Signing date, move-in date, move-out date, monthly rent as an amount, and indeed a list of the renter information. And also the property address, and also the landlord information with its address. So you can see that our standardization result is a one-to-one match with our schema, which said how we want to get our results out. And we can get the result in many ways. If you're a more technical person, maybe you'll want to look at it as a JSON. So a JSON is nothing more than what you saw earlier, right? It's just key value where you have the key on the left-hand side and the value on the right-hand side. So rent and number, etc. So that's very familiar to anyone who's using code, but maybe less familiar to less technical people. So there's other ways to export your data. You could be looking at the results as an Excel. So if you take a single lease, in this case, we can just open it and take a look at what we have here. We have the table with all of our metadata, like what are the things that we extracted. And we also have another sheet with the list of all renters, right? So if we had a schema with many lists, each individual list would be its own little table. So this is how we make the results very nice and tidy for you. Other ways you can export, you can play around with it, of course. We offer a variety of formats: XML, Excel, JSON, and CSV are all available. Basically, that's the basic premise. Once you have these results, you can map them to whatever destination you want, either using our API, which has a lot of documentation. So if you are a developer, if you have a developer, or if you're friendly with GPT or any kind of large language model, you can vibe code with them to get these results to wherever you need them. But if you want to use tools for it, we also have existing integrations. So I'll quickly just point out that you can go to our help center and find instructions on how to use our no-code partners to get your results into 5,000 different destinations. So using, for example, make.com or N8N or Workato, or you name it, basically, you can get your data to your accounting system, your Google spreadsheet, your database, wherever your results need to go, we can get that set up. And if you're unsure on how to do that, please reach out. You have our friendly little chat icon here on the bottom right, where you can talk to us, and we'll help you figure out how to build a reliable process that uses your documents and gets them to where they need to go. So this was a very quick primer on how DocuPipe works. I'll just point out that if you're not happy with your results, one of the key things you can do is improve your schema. It's basically all you need to do is select your existing schema and just explain what changes are needed, right? You can just say, I need the renter names as a single full name. Don't break up first and last name, or vice versa, and you're done, right? So you have the power to change how you reason about your documents. And when you're happy, you can upload millions of documents, click standardize, choose your schema, and run it. And you can basically build amazing pipelines that scale and understand documents exactly in the way you need to, reliably and repeatedly. So I hope this was helpful to you. Never hesitate to reach out to customer support, and we'll be very happy to help you get started with DocuPipe. Pipe on.